What we've also seen in this crisis has been the countries which have got a culture of skilled labour, a culture of the real economy, and a culture of collective bargaining, social dialogue, negotiating between employers and unions, what we call strong labour market institutions. They're coming out much better in this crisis than the countries which were picked up as having deregulated labour markets, flexible labour markets, no barriers to hiring and firing. I mean, I'm thinking of the extreme version of the United States. What do we see now? In Germany, the unemployment rates are the lowest they've been for 20 years. Now, there are many problems in Germany, but what happened was when the crisis came, the companies said, well, we can't afford to lose our skilled labour. And said, okay, our job is to keep our members in work, let's do a deal. So they negotiated short working schemes. And then the government actually supported the incomes of workers who would otherwise have had lower incomes, so that demand wouldn't be hit through these subsidies for short-time working. And when the short-time working became above a certain threshold, the time for the workers was used for sort of retraining, which allowed them to keep their skill base. The result has been that you've had falls in unemployment in countries such as Germany, Austria, and one or two others, whereas you've now seen an explosion of unemployment, where firms just were able to hire and fire workers, didn't give a damn about keeping on skilled workers, as we've seen with so many situations in the States. So I think we're saying there are fundamental messages which have to be learned, lessons have to be learned from the crisis about the importance of a different model of growth, one which actually doesn't use labour as a sort of disposable resource, but actually invests in skills. When there are difficult moments, companies are encouraged to keep their workers and keep workforces together. And I think that's one important lesson that should be learned from this crisis, and we'll be at least calling on governments to learn that lesson now.